Hi, I'm HEALYMEANS. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans picture show. Ladies and gentlemen, I finally got around to planting my elephant garlic cloves way in January. I was supposed to do them since November, y'all, but I finally got it done. It's taken me a while to record this video because I'm still dealing with that coughing. And y'all, the editing. So hopefully I can get through this and just show you what I've done to finally plant my elephant garlic. But before I do, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, click that notifications bell, make sure it is set to all, like, comment, and share with everyone you know. Now, let me show you how I got my elephant garlic finally planted in January 2025. This is the one garlic clove that I started off with, and y'all, it had been sitting on the kitchen counter for so long. It started sprouting. So I took the outer papers off just to see how many cloves I had and what size cloves I was going to have to see if I was going to plant them all or just plant the largest ones and leave the rest. I had 17 total, and y'all know me, I planted all of them. You probably couldn't see this in the picture, but I did show this, I think, in a YouTube short. This was a parsley that decided to start growing right when I was getting ready to dig up the entire raised bed. After I put the parsley in that starter cup, then I decided to sift just the top inch or so of soil in the raised bed, because what I did was sifted other raised beds in other areas, and then I just was dumping those large parts on top. This is the sifted and smoothed out raised bed that is prepared for amendments and then the garlic planting. The first amendment to this soil was the free compost that I got from the county landfill. I believe it was back in November. I spread about maybe a ½ inch to an inch, lightly mixed it in, and then moved on to adding some azurite or rock dust for trace minerals. Then I also added some bone meal that had just a few pieces of blood meal in it also. Just a light sprinkling, and then I mixed that in. You may not be able to see that cup on the table, but I found 2 more heads of elephant garlic and some elephant garlic corns. So I decided to check them out to see what might be viable to add to the garden. One of the bulbs looked potentially viable, so I planted those cloves in the back, and then I planted all of the fresh ones in the front. Y'all, this could be a lot of garlic. I pressed them down just so you can see. I put them maybe about 2 to 3 inches down in the soil, and then I covered them up. Next, I filled my DIY oil with water, and oils are ways that were traditionally used to water gardens in very hot and dry environments. I used a 9-inch vase-shaped terracotta pot, and then also put the top on it to prevent water evaporation from the top of the oil. On the shower setting, I watered the raised bed in about 2 or 3 times. You can see the perlite floated to the top, but finally, y'all, I had my elephant garlic planted for 2025. Once I finished planting the elephant garlic cloves, I decided to go around the garden and take a few pictures so you could see what was going on in January. Now, y'all, this is one of my new tomato plants. I think I first saw this around November or the beginning of December. This was definitely a volunteer tomato. I did not plant this, but as you can see, it is alive and well, vigorously growing, and I can't wait to find out what kind of tomato plant it is. These are 2 of my older tomato plants. I think I planted These tomato plants at the end of August. I have a cherry tomato plant. I believe it's the large fruited cherry tomato. These are 2021 seeds, ladies and gentlemen. I have harvested several clusters of these cherry tomatoes, and they are so good. So good. I also have a beefsteak type tomato plant, and it is growing vigorously. This is the largest tomato that I have on here right now. I don't know what I'm waiting for to pick the tomato, y'all. It is definitely time. I'm gonna go get it. And then there are several more of these tomatoes growing. They don't look the same, but it's from the same plant, y'all. Unfortunately, my hibiscus is on its way out. If y'all remember, I got this plant originally from my dad, and I had ups and downs with it like the whole time, and now y'all, it is just down and out. So I was able to harvest a few cuttings from this hibiscus. I put them in these glass bottles with just a little bit of crushed up fertilizer and just water. They've been in there since January 2nd. So far, so good at this point. I'm hoping that they survive through the winter and I can get at least 3 viable plants. Here is my cocktail grapefruit that I have since learned is not a true grapefruit, but if you harvest the fruit while they're still a little green or greenish yellow, you'll get more of that tart citrus taste. Otherwise, they are very sweet. Y'all, they are growing so big that I had to prop them up with these little bamboo sticks, hoping not to break the branches. As the evening set in, you can see my solar lights starting to come on. I have some white lights and then I have some that are different colors. Y'all, these pictures are taken less than 1 minute. All 3 of them are taken within 1 minute, and you see the contrast of the light in the dark, the shade in the sun, how it hits my house. And that's another important factor about what I plant, where I plant, and how I plant it. And you also have to know the different seasons. So in the winter season, the sun will fall different places, different lengths of time than in the spring and the summer. So all of that has to be calculated when you are planting and planning your garden. I hope you enjoyed this Backyard Shenanigans picture show of me planting my elephant garlic in the beginning of 2025, not the end of 2024. But it's okay, no worries. This is a small raised bed, and one thing I like about these mini raised beds is that I can dedicate them to specific vegetables, plants, herbs, fruit, whatever, without having to worry about disturbing them or pulling up other plants around them if the harvest times are different. So this is perfect. I'm not going to rush this elephant garlic. I believe last year or the year before, I either planted garlic or onions, or maybe both of them late. I ended up harvesting them in June. So I'm not rushing. It's no worries. Have you planted elephant garlic before, or do you plan to plant it this year? What are your methods? How do you do it? Do you amend your soil? Like, what's your plan? How do you do it? Please let us know. Share in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.